many times have you ever been down? Like, down here. Me? I've been here many times. Many times. But the good thing is, I always find a way to stand up again, no matter how hard, no matter how painful, and no matter how slow. I always find my own way to rise. And there were reasons in my life when I didn't have anyone to lean on, not a shoulder, not a cheerleader, or not even someone to pat my back and say, "You'll be okay." But what I did have were voices. Voices that didn't even know they were holding me together. You know, I even have those nights when you're alone, just scrolling on your phone, trying to escape your own thoughts. You know, that algorithm thinks you need motivation, healing, therapy, a miracle, everything. And in between all those noise, as I scroll my phone in all those nights, I found this man who talks like as if I've stole something from him, because every word was like a slap and hug at the same time. That was Gary V. Every time he said, "Stop overthinking, start doing, record something now," I felt like he was getting angry at me through the screen. Angry that I was still stuck, angry that I was still shrinking myself. And somehow that anger woke me up. Yeah. Then came another Simon Sinek, another guy, the man of why, the man who made the whole world feel guilty for not knowing their purpose. His voice came and became an echo in my mind. Why? Until it became a reminder for me to dig deeper into myself, for what I have done and what I haven't done, and what I still want to do. That why became the mirror that I didn't know I needed. And then there's another person, Simon Squibb. You know, the man who walks around different streets asking strangers, "Do you have a dream?" And every time I watch him on my scrolling, I would always think, what would I tell him if he appears in front of me? What will I tell him? "Yes, Simon, I have a dream." But then I realize, why do I need to wait for Simon Squibb to ask me? Why can't I ask myself the same question? And you know what? When I finally did, something inside me shifted. Because once you have a dream, and once you admit that you have a dream, that dream becomes alive. But let me tell you, long before all the Simons and all these videos, there was the very first Simon in my life, Simon T. Bailey, many years ago. That was around 2008. I was a big fan of him. When I came to know that he's coming to Dubai, I just cannot afford the VIP ticket. So what I did, I sent him an email, hoping that he will reply. But you know what? He replied. Yeah, and he met me in his hotel lobby with his wife, and we just talked for an hour, share stories and joke around, and until he gave me the very first copy of Release Your Brilliance, and he even signed it for me. And you know what he told me? "Rowena, don't stop releasing your brilliance." And from then on, this book and that lesson stuck onto my head. Because you know, sometimes there are some people that lifted you that they didn't even know that you existed. And my unexpected anchors, my accidental mentors, I call them my motivational boy band, my very own raw direction. Gary V, Simon Sinek, Simon Squibb, and Simon T. Bailey. A whole boy band of men shouting at me, not to sing, but at least to rise. But before I could rise, there was even a moment when I didn't want to move. When I was stuck in a room, lights off, scrolling endlessly, a moment that you felt like crying. Crying is easier than trying. And then one random sentence from one of those men found me exactly where I was. And somehow, that was enough to pull me up by my collar of my own shirt. Enough to make me breathe again. And enough to push me to dream again. And now, that's what I want this space to be for you. Because maybe you are also like me, stuck in a moment where you're trying your best, but nothing seems to move. And you just kept on scrolling. Maybe you're searching for that one word, one voice, and one push that can help you stand up again. And if my accidental mentors lifted me without even knowing me, then maybe my voice can do the same for you. You see, friends, this episode is my thank you to the people who helped me rise. Gary V, Simon Sinek, Simon Squibb, those people that I still haven't met. Simon T. Bailey, thank you very much. All of you inspired me without even knowing I was listening. And because of you, I found the courage to create this podcast. And my only hope is simple, that I can also inspire somebody too, even just one. Because one person is enough. One heart lifted is more than I could ask for. Maybe that's the best way I can repay my boy band, by passing forward the spark they gave me. So I hope you'll join me in my next episodes, because I have more stories to tell, more truths to uncover, and more perspectives to explore. This is me. This is Rowena. This is Raw, real, authentic, and worthy.